Alright, so we're back at it. I just finished recording episode 1. We're going to do episode 2 now. I'm thinking I'm going to do 1 hour timers. And we're going to try to break this up into to 1 hour videos. I think that's going to work out a little bit better. Help out some with like video retention and everything, make sure some people who would click off after, like, say 10 minutes of watching a 3 hour long video. They might stay a little bit longer if the video is a little bit shorter. So we'll keep going with that. But we're continuing off like right where we left off in the last episode. We just finished getting this scrap ship over here, getting this safe, and started taking some parts off. Now we're going to continue on with that and grind down anything that's of value. We're going to save like armor blocks and stuff for last, but we're going to start moving these components over. And the batteries, I want to try to save those, so we're gonna leave the batteries intact for the most part, except for ones that are already damaged beyond repair. And what we're gonna do is try to maneuver the ship in a way where we can weld pad the batteries onto our ship and just kind of siphon the power off of those until they're empty. And once they're empty, we can grind them down. But batteries like this that are already too far gone, we'll just go ahead and scrap them. Because, like, yeah, I could put power cells in it and hack it, but when you do that, like when you repair it, it'll still be in the pirate, under pirate faction ownership. So then we'll have to grind it back down, and we're just wasting power cells doing that. So we're not gonna bother doing too much of that and wasting power cells, because resources are going to be kind of hard to come across. Like backstory wise, even the Factorum, we got injured, can't carry any hand drills or anything like that, so we'd have to build like mining ships or mining drilling operations in order to actually mine anything. I'm going to kind of take that a step further and just say that I can't, like, even with that, I won't be able to mine any resources. The only thing that I will allow myself is if I get a hold of a like the ability to make the ship drills and stuff. The only thing I'll ever use that for is to get a hold of hydrogen for the or get a hold of ice for hydrogen fuel, and that's going to be it. Nothing else as far as that goes. That's just to kind of make it a little bit more interesting, actually having to survive off of the scrap that I get a hold of, rather than just being able to go a little ways and then get a bunch of drills and just be able to mine like thousands of tons of every resource and then never have to worry about anything. Because I feel like the way that I play, I would definitely go way overboard with that, and we would never have to worry about losing a ship or anything like that, because we'd be able to just build another one. And that's something that I kind of want to avoid getting to in this playthrough, because it's a little bit boring, I guess.
Inventory full.
I mean, for me personally, it's fine, but I can definitely see how, people would be kind of bored of watching, because it makes it like every encounter, it doesn't really matter at that point, because it's like you can just build another one, or any damage that you take, you can just completely negate due to the fact of being able to just build another ship or repair any damage, and it makes it less of a risk reward kind of scenario. I'm going to charge up my suit before I start heading for that unknown signal because it's a little ways away. And I don't want to run out of power halfway there or halfway back. So we'll make sure to charge up. And I do apologize ahead of time if I happen to have the mic on when my alarm goes off for the 1 hour timer, because I get a feeling it's probably going to be pretty loud on the mic. If I remember, I'll cut it out, but I got a good feeling I'll be too lazy to actually do that. So here's your early warning that you'll forget about by the time it goes off. But yeah, just be aware there might possibly be a loud alarm going off around the 1 hour mark. So just try to keep that in mind. Thank you. I absolutely love the little flying saucer design for some of these beacons, or not beacons, but unknown signals. That's like actually a really cool, like simple design. Now what am I doing? I'm going to stop wasting my time getting the scrap off of that. I got all the important blocks already anyway. Oops, I didn't mean to turn my dampeners on. I'm making all sorts of little mistakes right now. Yeah, it's a good chance because I'm sleep deprived. But it'll be okay. And anyone in the comments, if 1 hour long videos are even still like way too long, let me know. I can try to do 30-minute videos, but I feel like that's just not a lot of time, especially the way that I tend to kind of get lost halfway through my train of thought and waste a lot of time just sort of standing around thinking. So
inventory full.
So far we're doing pretty good though. We got 2 full cargo containers, and by the end that third one there is probably going to be chocked full of shit too. So this is starting out pretty well. We just need to figure out what we want to do as far as like a starting hideout. That was another thing that I seen in the comments, was about the hideout idea. That seems to be a pretty good idea, to have hideouts rather than like an actual base per se, considering, you know, we're basically pirates.
Inventory full.
The idea being like we'd have multiple like small hideouts that we could just go between, rather than like one massive like super base, you know. And I do actually kind of like that idea, like overall. I feel like that's a pretty good way to do it, especially if we get them kind of separated out a good ways. Going in between the bases could be a good farming route for like the what are they called, the beacons and stuff. And I kind of want to see what that is. I don't see it. whatever was making that signal, I don't see. So we're just gonna ignore it for right now and pretend I didn't see anything.
Inventory energy full. Low.
Yeah, that was a bit annoying there, having those two warnings overlap. Jesus. But it's a good thing that we got all these thruster components now, because there is a fairly good chance having 3 full cargo containers that I may very well need to slap some more thrust onto this ship here. If I can stop tripping over my words. Pretty sure my lisp is coming through pretty heavy right now, but yeah, we're kind of in a lot of luck there, having all these thruster components so early. But I'm going to start taking some of these blast doors, because it's just a ton of steel plate, and we're going to need a lot. So and these interior pillars are really good for interior plates too. And we're going to need those if we're going to make any heavy armor blocks. Or, no, actually it's metal grid, now that I think about it, for the heavy armor. So I don't even know what I'm talking about. And see, doing menial tasks like this, like just grinding stuff down, personally I feel like it would be very boring to watch in a video, but I don't want to cut any of this out, because I don't want any like potential of being like, oh well, you know, you were off camera doing that, you could have been like spawning stuff in and stuff, and you know, I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, I want there to be a bit of evidence and proof that I'm not cheating in any way, aside from just what I had to do to get the actual playthrough set up initially. But like, I'm not going to go and give myself a ton of resources or anything like that and cheat in this playthrough. But at the same time, I'm not going to cut anything out, so that way, you know, there's like verifiable proof, like, you know, you can look and see at the save times and everything of when I started to save and when I stopped to save and all of that. Like, it should be fully congruent between episodes, because I'm not going to do any playing like off camera for this the save here. Now, I might still play off camera, but it'll be on one of my other saves. I'm not going to touch the Piracy playthrough at all without it being recorded. That also means that if there's any bloopers or anything like that where I fuck up like really bad as far as like speaking, like misspeaking or something like that, or if there's like some sort of emergency that happens while I'm recording, all of that's going to be in the video. because I am too lazy to go and edit like huge chunks and stuff, and especially like that other video um, of the test for this where I was on the phone a lot. I'm not gonna like micromanage all of that. Where did the wreck go? Oh, okay. So it was in the one direction that I didn't look. Perfect. My stupidity is showing. I think one thing that I'm gonna do as well for this playthrough, at least up until like really late into the gameplay and all that, I'm going to not use any
Energy
blueprints
low.
to build ships whatsoever. So like all of the ships that I build and everything, that's going to be all done by hand in real time. Like I'm not gonna. Well, the only thing that I might do is potentially go to creative on a different save, just to mess with like different design possibilities. But I'm not going to make any blueprints and bring them over with like a projector or anything like that to build up. I'm not saying that I'm not going to use any projectors though, because I could very well build a ship in the in this playthrough, and then decide, you know what, I like this ship. I don't want to change anything on it, but if this one gets damaged, I want to be able to repair it. So I might make a blueprint of the ships that I make in this save, and then title them like Piracy or something in the name somewhere. And then that way I can do a projector overlay onto my ship, and then find the blocks that I need to repair and repair it like that. But that would all be done by hand, not using any large welders or anything like that. No like large grid like printers or anything as far as that goes until like maybe really late in the gameplay. But for the first, I don't know, like 20 or so episodes, like definitely no printers, no projection of pre-built blueprints or anything like that. Only what I've made in the save here. And we're already out of container room, so that's fun. Yeah, it's going to be a very long time before I'll ever be able to build like a large grid ship of this size in this playthrough. That's going to be a very long ways off. The best thing I could hope for is to like kit bash a bunch of different all together into. I think I let go of the wrong button. I was saying my best bet for getting a ship of this size would be probably just kit bashing a bunch of different wrecks together and do it like that, rather than actually just full-on building a ship of this size. I don't think that's really going to be feasible for quite a while. A lot of these light armor blocks, I'll probably end up just leaving. In fact, actually, what I might do, since this is a claimed grid now, is when I'm done taking everything off of here, I might utilize the entity list to go and take all of the blocks that are just floating around but that I'm not going to spend the time and effort to break down, and I'll just use that menu to delete them, because if it's claimed and it's above a certain size, the trash like settings aren't going to auto delete it. So I'm gonna have to kind of do some manual trash removal, and it's definitely best to get that started really early on in a save versus wait until I have like 300 or 400 of these tiny little like 15-20 block grids just spread around everywhere. And it's definitely better to get on top of that early on. Like, these blast doors are definitely worth taking because it's so many steel plates in a single block, but like, it's gonna take quite a few of the regular light armor blocks to get that same amount of steel plate. So it's just far more efficient to only go for the higher density component blocks versus trying to go around and get every little bit, right? So it would take so long to grind all of this down when I don't need all of this. All I need is just the component heavy parts. Seems like for the most part, the only things really left now are the batteries. So we'll probably grind down around the batteries and then use the weld pads and just back the ship over into it, so that way we can weld those onto here and make use of those batteries rather than just scrapping them. And right here I'm going to let my suit charge up, and we'll hit up that unknown signal. Alright, also I just realized, what in the hell am I doing? I have upgraded tools now, so why am I being so stupid as to still be using the basic tools. The upgraded tools are going to save so much more time as far as like getting everything ground down in a timely fashion. This is a really bad idea, but I'm going to leave this Gatorade bottle that I have, this absolutely massive Gatorade bottle. I'm going to leave it uncapped, just that way I don't have to take the cap off every time. Try to save myself the hassle, because that's part of the reason I've been smacking in stuff. It's because I'll do little things like that, thinking I have enough time to get it done, and then I don't. And next thing I know, I'm respawning because I was stupid and thought I had plenty of time to open a drink when I didn't have as much time as I thought. Right, I still can't repair the batteries, unfortunately, but I can still weld them to my ship, which is definitely going to be very helpful as far as power consumption goes, especially if I end up needing to add more ion thrusters. Having a larger battery pack will be very beneficial in that. It'll take longer to charge those batteries and take more fuel to keep them charged, but like actual flight times will be increased. Like if on a full charge, I'll be able to go a lot further. So it's definitely going to be nice to have these batteries slapped onto my ship. Granted, they're going to be extremely vulnerable, just like the cargo containers that are on there currently. Those are also extraordinarily vulnerable at the moment. So I'm going to want to be pretty careful in approaching new grids like that. Unless I get some armor plating put on there. Probably actually put some blast door blocks around them, because that's much better armor, because the blast door blocks don't deform. And the deformation, when it goes into a adjacent block, causes damage. So just by having a block that doesn't deform before breaking can extend the life of components on your ship by quite a bit. So I'm gonna kind of take that idea and run with it, if I can remember to actually abuse that.
Energy low.
Let me double check this grid here, make sure there's nothing of major importance on it. Doesn't look like it. It's just armor blocks, which is fine to leave. Now we'll check this a little bit here. And doesn't look like there's anything of importance really on that. I'm gonna check this. Make sure there's nothing I'm leaving by mistake here. Which doesn't seem like it. Looks like this is all just more armor blocks and stuff, which can go. One thing I want to test. Well, I don't know. It's probably better if I don't actually. I was going to test if these are static or ship grids, but if I start moving them and they start floating off endlessly into space, that's going to be a bit of a problem to try to catch. So instead, I'll just work on clearing the area around these, and then just position the ship to weld them on with the weld pads. And sometimes you might notice that I kind of fumble the keys with the grinder, and I might leave the grinder on too long or something like that. That's just because I'm abusing the function of the grinder where if you double click, it'll leave it on. So that way I don't have to actually hold the button down to run the grinder the entire time. But that does lead to me getting confused with the buttons a little bit, and then I might like start grinding the block and then stop and then start, or something like that. If you notice that, that's more than likely just due to me trying to abuse a system and then being stupid about how it works. So we're just going to clear up the bottom side here a little bit, so that way there's less stuff for me to fuck myself on. There's a very good likelihood that if I leave anything nearby, that I'll probably end up hitting it, and be my luck, it'll probably be the difference between my ship being safe and sound and my ship being a complete, like, flaming ball of garbage. So we're gonna try to be as safe as possible in collecting up these batteries. I think probably the best way to collect them for now is to just put weld pads on these cargo containers here and just stack them off towards the top of the ship. Would probably be the best way to actually attach these guys up.
Energy low.
Ooh, I didn't think I was going to be able to stop in time before wrecking that battery. Let's see here. Yeah, I need to fix this. Alright, so it seems I was able to grab all those batteries, but I think it broke the respawn pod GPS marker, attaching the batteries from an enemy faction. So I might need to just delete that GPS marker and I guess just be very careful not to lose my ship, I suppose. Alright, I think the rest of this is just steel plate, so we're just... oh, never mind. There we go. Now I think it's just steel plate, so we can just leave this floating in this way, and head back over to Shit. Oh wait, I think I see it. Yeah. Okay, that could have been very, very bad if I didn't have this skybox. I probably would have never found that, and we would have been drifting for the rest of eternity there because I forgot to put a marker or antenna or something onto my ship here to actually find it since the GPS marker broke for it. So, oh, I'm gonna need to be a lot more careful. So let's take a look in the progression. We'll see what we can start working on right away. Probably the assembler, basic refinery, large refinery. Get those out of the way. We don't need any of these blocks yet. We need to build an O2 generator so that way I can get some of that stuff going. And then I need to build a hydrogen tank so I can get the thrusters going. So let's just start with the basic assembler here. And so I should have all the components needed to build it. And I just need it to get this functional, and then I can grind it back off. And then just do that with the rest of the blocks I need to unlock the progression tree. And this here I'm actually going to leave here. And that's just so that way we get a little bit of light to kind of shine around. Interestingly, those can also be controlled just like cameras. Kind of like a turret sort of control, I guess. But I've seen a video talking about that, and once I found that out, it was actually like extremely useful. So, in case y'all didn't know, the light can be used as a camera. So we're short on one display. Oh, never mind. I guess we had it and it just wasn't giving it to us.
Energy low.
Yeah, so those batteries there, we'll leave those just the way they are. I think they should be set to, they should be set on auto. And the ones on my actual ship, as you just seen, I put those on recharge. So we should be running exclusively off of the stolen batteries. And, hopefully, if anything were to happen to those, it should be fine, considering any power on those are all free right now anyway. So, shouldn't have too much to worry about with that. I will try to repair some of this up here, though. Okay, well, it seems I can't repair the windows, so let me go to progression and see what I need for that. Actually, I'm thinking it'd be better to build an oxygen farm if I have the components for it. We'll still need to make an O2 generator, but the oxygen farm I can actually utilize, so we'll build one of those regardless. Then I also need to build one of these so I can unlock those connectors. I can get a control panel if I build a solar panel. So we'll do a triangle piece because it takes less solar cells to do. And that way we can unlock some of this, and we'll build some of those to unlock the beacons, and that way I can put a beacon on my spot. Oh, well, actually no, I should be able to do the beacon as soon as I build one of these solar panels. Yeah, so we'll start putting some of these components on.
Energy low.
Steel plates is kind of a silly thing to run out of, but okay. Guess I don't have the solar cells. That'll be okay. We'll just grind this off and pretend that didn't happen. I thought I built the speed module. Don't know why the reactors are still locked. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I'm stupid. I needed to build a refinery. Oops.
Energy low. Inventory full.
Alright, well, it seems like that's the hour up. I'll go ahead and I'll grab this unknown signal before we end it. But my alarm just went off. So it's been 1 hour. We'll pick up the unknown signal, bring everything back, do a quick little overview of everything accomplished, and take a look at what I'll be doing in the next episode, and go ahead and end it after that. So let's get to work on this unknown signal here. Everything else seems to be just regular steel plates. Then we get the beacon over here now, so I don't have to worry about losing my ship. I'm still stupid and turning on dampeners when I didn't mean to, wasting hydrogen. Okay, so quick overview of what we've accomplished. We've taken down all the important blocks off of this ship here. I'll delete off the rest of this because I'm not going to spend the time gathering all that. We've gotten a nice bit of progression. We got a solar panel to recharge with. We've salvaged 5 nearly full batteries off of that wreck. We finally got a beacon on a ship because adding the batteries broke our GPS marker. We got a ton of storage, ton of components, O2 generator right here. They slapped on a hydrogen tank. I don't know really how effective that would be having this tank on here. I might take that off. Not sure. Well, I mean, I know I'll eventually take it off, but for right now, I guess I'm gonna stay. We did a good bit of progression on the tree over here. So we got pretty much everything that's necessary for now. The main things that we're missing out for right now is just some of the control panels, really. But I don't even actually need most of that. One thing that would be really nice to get unlocked is the cameras. And to do that we need to build a battery, but I don't want to build a battery on this ship here because I don't want to have like a ton of refineries, assemblers, and all that on this ship. In fact, what I have on there now is honestly too much in my opinion. So, what are we going to do in the future episodes? Probably first thing is start heading towards that station over there. I think it's on the other side of that planet. So we'll probably start heading off in that direction there, kind of in between the moon and the Earth-like planet there. And try to get to the other side and see if we can hit up that station and see what missions we can do. We do have a searchlight on here now, which means we should be able to do the search missions pretty easily. Just fly the ship over, have the searchlight detect it, and we'll get a little pop up when we get kind of close. We can do those to get some easy credits to start doing some trading and stuff. And then along the way, we can stop, like whenever I see a signal like what's over here, we can stop the ship and just take a look and see what it is. If we find anything good, then we'll stop and try to collect it if possible. Hopefully not losing anything off the ship. Don't know. Oh wait, that's it right there. Actually, I don't know if that's worth going for or not. I don't remember ever seeing that one before. And I lost it again because I accidentally hit the button. Anyway, yeah, we're next episode we're gonna start heading towards the friendly station, the one friend we have in the world. All the other factions, if I go over to my factions menu, well, the ones that we've found so far, they all hate us except for Unknown, but you can't change the relation with the Unknown. But yeah, we'll start heading over there. But for right now, I'll go ahead and save and do an exit save, and we'll end the recording here. Some pretty decent progression, and we'll kick it back off into the next episode, whenever that is. So I'll see y'all then. Till then, have a good day. If you're not too bothered by it, possibly like and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.